Welcome back to the Western Front of the Great Patriotic War. Last time we did our air war turn, we bombed the crap out of a couple of panzer divisions. This 4th Panzer Division. We bombed this guy pretty good, the 16th Panzer. And we had bombed the 19th Panzer as well. And then we bombed a couple of these guys up north, just trying to slow them down. Don't know how effective any of that was, but hopefully it at least will have slowed them down. And overall, the main objective was not necessarily to kill the enemy, it was just to interdict them, which results in movement penalties. So now that we've done that, what we want to start looking at is ways to, one, defend against this huge breakthrough here. Now, in some ways, I'm not super sad that they broke through in the way that they did, because, for one thing, what's good about it is that they don't necessarily have great supply, because we were able to sneak in a couple of units. What I will say is that it's not particularly good how far they made it, but we can live with it. So first things first, looks like this depot was destroyed or something. Oh, there's a guy there. Interesting. But basically we want to recapture as much of this. Oh, wow, there's a lot more units here than I realized. Oof. Okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. We'll stack that up there. We'll just get you I think we're just going to get him up to Leningrad. Because we don't really want these guys in the way here. Where's his other unit? Oh, it must have gotten completely destroyed. That's interesting. So we know that we want to kind of try to protect this here, if we can. They do have a few combat prep points here, so that's good. We could throw these guys in reserve. What we need to do is to bring something up to here, to this river line. Because we want them to come kind of all the way up. So let's see what we can get. So we're going to set reserve theater box arrival hex here. And then we're going to bring in some of our reserves. We're looking for stuff with relatively high TOEs. So transferring a bunch of stuff in. Now we gotta find if we have any units off here doing something. We want them. Pretty sure we went through Leningrad last time to see if we had anything there. We didn't. So that sucks. He's 2 turns away, basically. So I might as well rail him up. Maybe we can just march this guy up, set him on reserve, and hope that he'll do something. I guess we can give him to the 24th. Oh, he's actually full on units. Just gonna have to stack him there. Because these guys have really gotten beat to hell. I wonder how far I could rail this guy over. Because this guy might actually be useful. Oh man, that could be perfect. Because we really want to push these guys farther east if we can. Stick him on this side of the river. And he might be very strong there. really curious as to why this thing doesn't have enough port capacity. But now it does. It suddenly does. Very weird. Well, I guess those guys are just gonna die. Sad. Might as well march this guy up. Anything useful here? No. Eighth Army, get him. Might as well march him down here and put him on reserve. Maybe he'll get committed. Maybe I can get this rifle corps down here to actually do some commanding. Gotta see what I can move over to get up north. Let's move him up on supply priority. Well, actually, this motorized corps is going to have to defend this river line. As distasteful as that is, particularly want them breaking out of there if we can avoid it. Got some serious supply issues around here. God. These are the guys that are supposed to be defending Velikie Luki now. Pretty long walk. These guys are still pretty beat up. I'd love to get them out of here. And we know that we want to move the first motorized corps out of there. But to where? Would he be in range from here? He would be. We can move the army back, the airborne corps back. Just sacrifice this. care about losing a single anti-air battalion. Be nice to have a little security unit or something to scout with here. Because I'm pretty interested to see what's here. If anything. Apparently not much. Got some guys trapped in the pocket. What I'm basically trying to do is to make this pocket a big pain for them to close. By just sitting on this double rail, this is kind of like a mini crossroads, like almost as important as Minsk in terms of the amount of area it can supply. Because really, this line here would supply this front line here, whatever's in here. What would be really advantageous is if this line never really gets connected, because this right now just has a single rail up to it, which is huge. So the longer we can keep that stuff closed, the better. And obviously Riga itself is also an important supply hub for them. And it really sucks that they got that on turn 1. Because it didn't happen when I tested this. I always like dealing with the north, though. It just feels very challenging. I really don't want to give up ground I don't have to here. But I'm also kind of scared of this guy. I'm going to give this guy some serious artillery, I think. Couple howitzers, a core artillery. Don't have any full strength anti-air units, so that sucks. I don't have any anti-tank guns available, so that also sucks. We'll just give him 4 artillery pieces then. That's fine. We'll just lock him up. I don't know why he still has the sapper battalion. How is this general? It's not bad. It's not great. Goes right to the Leningrad front, which is, I assume, right here, isn't it? Yeah, this is Northwestern Front. Let's reassign you to the mechanized corps that you're going to be working with for the time being. We'll assign you to that rifle corps. Pull these guys back across the river. Ideally, they won't have to fight, but in reality, they probably will end up fighting. Man, he really got hardly any supply in. Interesting. So that thing is completely destroyed, and that's why it wasn't getting anything in. I wonder if Pskov is the same situation. No, it's not damaged at all. So it's just Valmira. I mean, that makes sense. They would bomb the hell out of it right off the bat. This one's the same deal. I'd like to give this guy another corps or two. Because I think one of the issues here is the 19th Army is like almost at capacity already. And a couple of these are like over capacity. 13th Army's over capacity. So I'd like to shuffle some guys around. Who does this guy even have? A bunch of guys in the pocket. I think I already showed that, but It's just a very complicated situation because you don't know exactly where they're going to target, so you don't really want to leave gaps anywhere. But you know that you want the best defensive ground you can get. This guy's depleted. He's actually assigned to the 10th Rifles, which are way the hell up there. So let's reassign him if we can. Welcome to the 51st Rifle Corps. We'll stack him up with his buddy here. This guy goes directly to the 27th Army, so that's okay. '27th Army is still assigned to the Northwestern Front, but I'm not sure if how long that's going to last. They might eventually be getting reassigned. Let's see, is this general good? Not really. I'm considering just sending these guys back on and putting them on. Let's just get them out of here. Maybe we'll use them for something eventually. Guess let's move the 69th Rifle Corps up as well. Gotta get an army up there. That's where the 3rd Army can go. Choo-choo. Chugga, 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 chugga. Get everyone off the trains. Give them some core artillery levels. Lock him. What do we have for armies around here? 28th Army. Who's under the 28th Army? 7th Mechanized and 61st Rifle. Okay, so at the same time, we do need him there. I hate how these stupid things take up a slot. Let's reassign these guys to the front. He is slightly over, but we can give this guy to something nearby. One of these useless rifle corps. Same with this guy. Still at 76. Where is the 8th Army? You. Let's assign you to Leningrad Front. Because you're nowhere near this combat here. That means we can assign the first motorized to be, first motorized can go to Northwestern Front. think we're getting close to being set up here. Where are the 67 rifles? Or 62nd rifles, rather. They're here. Let's move them up a little bit. Oh no. Move the 3rd Army as well. God damn it. Whatever, we'll stack them up there. Make us feel a little stronger. Now the gap that they're going to push for is over here. So what could I get there? Nope, can't rail him up. God damn. Well, we're just going to have to throw the rifle corps in here near Velikie Luki and hope we hold. If they're smart, they'll just try to go over to here. But to some extent, that's pushing them to where we kind of want them to go. So it's not the worst thing in the world. All right. Well, I think that's where I'm going to call it for tonight. We're pretty much as set up as we can get in the north, I think. Just not really willing to commit to any offensive actions. We're on the defensive. We're going to be on the defensive for quite some time. I am tempted to triple stack this, though. Because they're only throwing up a 4.5. That would give us a little bit more juice. It might be worth doing. Especially because they have basically no combat prep points. Like none of these guys do. So could he get if he railed? Not too much further than if he just walked. But he would be very useful if I could get him up to here. He's only worth a 1, though. How far could he get if he walked? Yeah, he can't even get off the train. That's the thing. I'll just walk him over there. I'll get him to that core, too. Yeah, I don't know. Everything's just so far away. Maybe I'll magically find something I can shove up in that area. I don't think so, but it's possible. These guys are just going to get absolutely wrecked this turn. Well, I think that's pretty good. I mean, I'm just hoping that something here will slow them down, so they can't break through this whole hole. The air support was supposed to friggin' do that, but it didn't do much. I don't really want to throw these guys away just to create a slight barrier, but that's kind of all I could do. Like, I could put them on this side of the river. I really hate leaving that open, but I'll think about it a little bit more. Maybe there's a way to do it that we don't have to sacrifice a unit and we don't have to leave it open. Like, maybe I could afford to move this tank division up to this river line here. But he's going to get smacked pretty hard, and he's even weaker. I'd almost rather have the enemy have to drive farther to be able to attack us. Because the main idea is we're just trying to drive them away from Pskov and away from Velikie Luki, but they'll probably see this as a chance to get to Velikie Luki. But none of these guys are strong enough to fight. So we really want them to just go into nothingness here. And maybe we could throw some relatively strong rifle divisions at them at some point. Wow, this guy had such bad luck. Maybe he'll have better luck if he's actually on the depot. I really am still struggling to learn this system of how how they're getting supplies. It's like this guy got some supplies. Not as much as he wanted, but he got something. This guy got a lot of vehicles and stuff, so that's good. I think it's just a matter of they need to be out of combat more than anything. Yeah, so this guy got a lot of stuff. That's good. I think my strategy last time worked. It's just I didn't have enough time. Like, a week is not enough time to rebuild the entire army. And in the meantime, that gap I was forced to leave around this lake area just got blasted right through. But I mean, we fully expected that. So now we are leaving another gap that they're going to blast right through. And strategically, I'm just trying to decide, is that going to be devastating for us, or like, is it better to sacrifice units to plug this hole, or are these guys so strong they're just going to go right through them anyways? I tend to think that they're just so strong that they're just going to run right through them anyways. But at the same time, you see that this is a split up Panzer Division here. This one is also a split up Panzer Division. So they did divide their forces a little bit, which maybe that means we can survive. I don't know. So this thing is a good amount of flak now. I'm going to give this guy a little bit of flak. I know we don't have anything, any strong flak, but just give him something, you know. Do you have to cycle it? I don't know. Guess we'll give this guy a little bit of flak as well. And now we'll save it. And next time we'll go through the Central Front. I think we made some pretty good decisions. It's just I'm going to be constantly second guessing leaving this cap. I think it's a better option than sacrificing all these units. I'd rather have them stacked up here and not have them able to blast up this way. I'd rather have them have to spread out a little bit, because that gives us the potential to keep the rail open here for longer. And there's not a lot of rail lines out here. And him cutting this rail line does nothing to our supply. And this rail here, we should be able to retake if he takes it by just throwing some of our rifles at it. Now that said, I might end up throwing some more of these guys up in that area once we get down to looking at the center. I'm not sure what we need here. I have the impression that we're relatively well protected, but at the same time, you know, you can't be too careful. It's just interesting that we're going to be facing off against a division we don't really know anything about. But we don't have anything that we can scout him with here. It would have been amazing if we could have gotten just a couple of these back to full strength. But no, not to be had. But again, that's for next time. For now, we'll call it a night, and we'll work on the Central Front next time. And hopefully the next turn we'll start getting in some reinforcements, because that's what we desperately need. We just need more bodies. And then the video after next, we'll do the Southern Front, because that's going to be a video unto itself. It's really messed up by this pretty deep penetration here. This single unit could be the death of our entire Southern Front. As it is now, we're going to have to possibly peel back. Like I was thinking after the air turn, if we could get this guy damaged enough, maybe we could fight back. But just looking at it, I don't think we have a hope in hell of fighting him. And it would be better for our forces to just try to pull back to Viniesta, and try to set a new line on this river here, and kind of almost as far back as the Dnieper eventually. we'll pull back to Viniesta for this turn, but then the next time we'll probably have to pull back further. So the question is just how much can we get out? Because the more of this we can get out, the better. I really didn't anticipate them going quite as far up there. Let's see what they have there. We might be able to fuck this guy up real quick. Let's see. Yeah, get the fuck out of there. You clown. Get out of here. All right, that'll allow some of our units to escape. So there we go. That's our second offensive victory. So a combined effort of the 6th Army, who is commanded by Muzashenko, who is apparently an absolute moron. He looks kind of like a twat too. But we'll deal with the rest of that next time. For now, I'm just glad we reopened the road and maybe we can get some of these guys out of here. And then the rest of our efforts are going to be in just desperately trying to stall these panzer divisions. All right, so have a good night, and hopefully we'll see you back on the Western Front next time.